I'm about to get in the shower, but I just realized I am exactly 4 months post chemo. Woo! So, with that being said, here is an update on the hair. Um, it sounds silly, but I have bedhead. And a couple weeks ago, I had taken a nap on the couch, and when I woke up, I realized I had bedhead in the back, and it made me giggle. I was like giddy, and my kids and my husband didn't understand my appreciation and joy in something as small as bedhead. And I'm like, you guys don't understand. I have been absolutely bald, and to have enough hair to have freaking bedhead is a blessing. They don't get it. If you've never lost your hair, you just take it for granted. But yeah, I've got bedhead. But I've had 2 trims since chemo. A month before my last chemo, I used a head shaver that I got in my hubby, and I used multiple times throughout chemo because I hated the patchiness, and I would just use this bad boy, and I would literally shave my whole head. We buzzed it in the beginning without clippers, buzzed it down, and then those hairs my scalp got sensitive, and I ended up using a lint roller and duct tape, which sounds crazy, but those little hairs that were like, the hair follicles had died, and they would like stab my head. It hurt like needles. So before I knew it was a no-no, I used a traditional razor, and I bicked it, and it was liberating. It felt cool. It was like an experience I've never had, but now I know that's a no-no. Don't recommend doing that. If you nick your skin, you're putting yourself at a higher risk of infection because of your immune system and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I used this sucker a lot. I think it was like $30 on Amazon. Highly recommend. So anywho, a month before chemo ended, I shaved it so that it would all be one length, hopefully. And then right at my last chemo, I used the clippers and just buzzed it to make everything one length again, because I had some hairs that were like growing and bald patches, and some hairs that were trying to grow, but they weren't doing much. So it was a mess. Since then, I have had 2 trims, and I just get like the sides faded and cleaned up. It's been about 3 weeks since my last trim, but this is what we got. Longer than like finger length. So exciting. And it might just be my hair, but I noticed since my hair has started growing back, I told you I had like the overachiever hairs that were actually growing. But I also had some that when I like felt my hair, like I still have a couple, they feel like stubble, like teeny tiny little hairs that are just breaking through the skin. And I thought these hairs would fall out, or like, what is wrong with these hairs? Like, why are they not growing like the other ones? And I think they were just dormant, because they've just been chilling, and now they're starting to grow. When I feel them, I can feel that they are getting longer, and I've noticed that my hair, even though I have this much, which to some people may not be much, and to other people it may be a lot. But even before chemo, my hair was pin straight, very thin, and didn't have a lot of it. After having my 2 kids, you have the postpartum hair loss. It just kind of never came back. So it is thin and not a lot of it. But anyways, I've noticed it has continued to fill in and be thicker. For most people, the crown is the last to fill in. For some reason, it grows the slowest, which sucks, because then you feel like a little old man because your hair is filling in on the sides and back, and the top is kind of sparse. But just be patient. It will fill back in. So yeah, those little stubbly hairs that I used to feel a lot of, they are finally starting to grow and continue to fill in. And I am still using the scalp massager before I hop in the shower on my hair wash days. I just run this sucker all over my head. And if you didn't see that video, I originally got this because of my dry scalp when I was bald. I wanted to exfoliate, and it worked super good. And on top of that, you can't see it now, but when I was bald, it made my skin kind of pink when I would use it. And I don't do it aggressively, just very gently. The way I see it, by using this, not only did it remove the dry skin on my scalp, it was bringing blood circulation to the surface, which, you know, obviously it's going to help stimulate your hair follicles and get the party started. So yeah, I continue to use that sucker. Every time I wash my hair, I'll just before I get in the shower. Okay, so figured I'd give you guys a 4-month post chemo hair update. Yay! Okay, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.